Today we're going to be actually practicing on the Mississippi River Pool 4, kind of between Red Wing, Wabasha, and Alma. We've got a tournament next weekend, so I'm down here doing a little bit of pre-practice, trying to locate some fish for the tournament, to figure out what the patterns are, the lures. Here's a couple things. I was thinking we could do a little bit about the first spot. We kind of talked about how that was just an area we were testing to kind of see what the fish were doing.
You've got a pretty good memory of how everything panned out. So if I just set you up in front of the camera, we'll go outside.
I don't let these people on. These slow fighters. Get stage fright, I'm not used to talking. Let's have a fish market. Last time I was down here for the last tournament, I caught most of my fish flipping shallow wood. So we'll do a little bit of that right away just to kind of see if there's still some fish hanging around on the shallow wood. Even though this first spot wasn't a place I really planned to fish during the tournament, it gave me the confidence in a few baits and also gave me confidence that there's probably some fish still hanging around the wood in other areas that I actually fished during the tournament. So we got one little fish right where we started, just flipping the soft plastic bait in some shallow grass and wood. It's been a month since I've been on the river, so hoping to find some more eelgrass and possibly some pads. Trying to find some good quality fish. Probably not quite a keeper. Might be right at 14 inches. Not really what we're looking for, but we're going to let him go. Just had a little bite there. I'm kind of thinking that the fish are going to be kind of moving more to look for more grass and vegetation. I think the fish are going to be much further along in the post spawn. So I'm hoping to find, and I think the last time the vegetation wasn't really up, so we're going to go back in some of the backwater cuts that have a little bit of current and look for some eelgrass. It usually grows in a couple feet of water, as well as to see if any pads have really started to emerge in their traditional area. Kind of hit the back end of this pocket. Now what I'm going to do is take a little Texas ring,
so we get some local color.
Bait. Yes.
There it is.
Catch that. Get drunk last night.
Hell yeah! It was a Friday, wasn't it?
It can always be a real fun deal or interesting when you can kind of run into some people on the lake or on the shore.
Airplane.
It kind of adds flavor to the day when you can run into some of the people that live around the lake or hang around the shore, and they always can account for some interesting encounters. Ben, how are you? Catching the feel?
Any words of wisdom?
Water temp is about 73 degrees this morning. I believe it'll probably warm up quite a bit this afternoon. As soon as that jig hit the water, this fish was on it. It's not real big, but I'd say where there's smoke, there's fire. It's pretty clear skies. I don't know if there's going to be any clouds rolling in the afternoon, but at this point, I think we're going to have bluebird conditions for most of the day. Nice fish on a little Texas rig creature. 3/16 ounce true tungsten weight and 4-speed. Favorite little creature bait. Usually the bite's a little better when you have clouds, but you never know what you're going to get on tournament day, so it's good to practice in all conditions. Yeah, not too bad. That's a little largemouth. Fish will react differently to different baits. When it's typically when it's clear skies like this, they're going to be tighter to cover. Kind of quite a bit of wood along this bank here. What I'm going to do is, since it's kind of a dead-end cut, I'm going to fish it quickly with kind of a swim jig or a spinnerbait, chatterbait on the way in, and then I'll come back and flip my way out and kind of see what the fish want. On cloudy days, probably get a little bit more of a reaction bait, but we'll try a little bit of both, see what the fish tell us. There's absolutely no absolutes in bass fishing or fishing of any kind, so those are just kind of some general rules. We'll let the fish kind of see what they want today.
Nice.
So this fish right here was actually laying out a little bit of a clear sandy spot. I was able to flip my Super K swim jig up there. You can see he really ate it good. As soon as, after a few cranks of the reel, he jumped out and I actually saw him swirl and make a run for it. So I'm going to throw him back. That's how we do.
And then you went and caught one.
One thing you may notice about the show we're doing is that we don't have a dedicated cameraman. my cameraman can't pull himself away from fishing. Because he's not dedicated, I like to give him a lot of grief because he doesn't catch very many fish, and when he misses shots.
I didn't get your hook set.
Little largemouth? Weird, another fish turning. No,
No, it's the same one. Yes, it is. I catch so many more fish, I'm gonna have to film you all the time.
instead of one.
I can catch fish when I don't have a camera attached to my body. Yeah, an intern would be good.
Pay attention. I'm gonna turn around and flip this tree again, see if there's another fish in there. Right now I'm just flipping a little soft plastic creature bait on a tungsten Texas rig. Just kind of checking this little cove here to see if there's any fish still up shallow along this bank. But today we'll probably throw, I've got some spinner baits, chatterbait, swim jig tied on, a few Texas rigs. I always got my true tungsten jig for flipping. Got some frogs in the the rod locker in case we come across some good slop. But really we're going to probably have a lot of different rods on the deck today, trying different things until we can kind of locate fish and see what the fish are doing. So there, I mean, that's bite off that tree, but perfect example why you need to have good quality sunglasses. So when the opportunity, you know, it's not just for bed fishing, it's about what you can see in the water, as well as sometimes you spot some fish cruising or see bait fish. Tip my jig. Nice little chunky bass. Little peanut butter and jelly true tungsten jig. You can see they're eating it pretty good. If you can throw something that's keyed in on that bluegill bite, as you can see, he's really eating that.
Really ate it.
I've got to correct the record on something.
We don't have a dedicated cameraman.
Not dedicated.
Is the parrot gonna make his final cut?
Parrot is making the final cut. It's a good look.
Go button that one up.
He needs a gold chain though.